I really do not know what to say about Game 3. Welcome everyone back to another OGR. Today we're talking about Game 3, of course, as the Chicago Blackhawks take Game 3 as they go up 2-1 in the series and put the Edmonton Oilers on the brink of elimination as they win 4-3 in a comeback victory for the Chicago Blackhawks, which they deserve this victory in every sort of way. The Blackhawks played a better game. They were more disciplined. They just were an overall better team. And they beat us. That's without a doubt. And I knew that from the get-go. Watching this team struggle throughout this entire game was a hard one to watch, to be honest with you. I didn't even really watch the first period, but I knew we weren't doing too well since we let the first goal in, and it was just a rough goal. Koskinen was screamed. That was kind of the thing of all night. Every goal that was scored by the Blackhawks was from the point, and they're just getting shots on the net and just tipping it or getting those big juicy rebounds, which Koskinen has been giving up a lot of lately. This game was one of them where I thought, just by watching the highlights, that Koskinen made some good saves, but a lot of them he just let out juicy rebounds, like real big rebounds to players like Taves and Kane and stuff like that, which we can't do. That's the stuff that we can't do, and even some of them, we couldn't even clear the puck out of our own zone, which I think was also one of our big issues. We took 6 penalties throughout the entire night. It was a rough night for the Edmonton Oilers. It really was. Now, some of the penalties were bullshit. Some of them were very, very called for, and we fell for it. And it was a rough game. I still don't know what to even think about the game. I sat outside because I watched the game outside. I sat out there for a good hour thinking about what the fuck is going on with this team, because I felt like this team was ready for the postseason. I felt like they were ready to go up against the Chicago Blackhawks. I felt like they knew what type of opponent they were going to go up against. A former team that has won 3 Stanley Cups in the past decade. This is a team that's been a very scary team in the NHL, and we knew that this team needed to step up, and they haven't. We have played really poor. We haven't played that great, and this game really showed it that we're not ready for the playoffs. We seen by Ethan Bear making multiple mistakes all night long. He wasn't looking like he was in his perfect form. Nurse was making a couple mistakes himself. Like, it was just a rough night for the Edmonton Oilers. Darnell Nurse gave away 3 giveaways on his night, and he did carry the defense. He played 23 minutes. Those top 4 guys in Klefbom, Bear, Nurse, and Russell, they were relied on a lot. We didn't really rely on Jones or Benning. They only got like 9 minutes each. It was really relied on Klefbom, who played 27 minutes, 5 minutes on the power play, and almost 4 minutes on the PK. So you could tell how much work Klefbom put in last night in trying to cover for who we were missing out in Adam Larson, who did not play, which was a big bummer. But then we also take another negative, and we lose Tyler Ennis, who just got confirmed that he fractured his leg, which is just fractured his ankle, I'm pretty sure, which is just absolutely terrible. We lose another great guy in Tyler Ennis, which are 2 big trade deadline pickups, and Mike Green and Tyler Ennis are not even playing for us right now, which is another bummer for the Edmonton Oilers. Honestly, it's just amongst the bummers that we really don't want. And the thing is, I'm not upset with this team. You know, watching that game made me realize that we're just not ready yet, that we need some more time to improve, and I think we'll get there sooner or later. Sorry guys, I had something in my fucking gums. It was really weird. It felt like a piece of pepper, so I had to get that one out. But I feel like this team it's getting better. Leon Draisaitl had a fantastic night last night, it's very good. 2 goals, 1 assist. He was perfect. But we definitely need to get everyone else going, and I think the experience of this round is going to make us better either way. And I mean, if we lose this series, we get LaFleur, maybe, right? We have a chance at LaFleur, and there's so many other good prospects, and I know I'm starting to doubt the Edmonton Oilers and starting to talk about the future, but I'm just looking at both sides of things, right? If we go out there and win the next 2 games, perfect. Then we'll be ready to go up against whoever we have to face, because this Blackhawks team is definitely going to be a very hard team to beat. and we already see that now because we have to win 2 games in a row. But let's start talking about the rest of the game. As to start the game off, Ollie Mattis scored, which is a really rough one. I think we were trying to clear. No, that was the Matthew Highmore one. But just some defensive mistakes again. We need to clear the net. Kirby Dach's been a pain in our ass this entire series. Of course, taking out Ennis, laying out big hits, being a big guy to play in front of the net. He's been the devil for the Edmonton Oilers in this series, and we really need to shut him down. I think we have not been looking at a lot of the young players the Chicago Blackhawks have and how lethal they are. They're very lethal. They're very scary. They're going to come out there and they're going to hammer us every single moment they have a chance to. So we got to play a little bit harder on Kirby Dach and the younger guys and keep stepping up on them like we've been doing with DeBrincat and shutting him down with big hits on him. We need to continue that physical side, because last night we really didn't play too physical. Only 15 hits compared to 19 hits of the Chicago Blackhawks, and also compared to like 30 hits that we had the other night. It wasn't a very good night for the Edmonton Oilers. Then Leon Draisaitl followed that up behind Tyler Ennis, getting the big goal for the Edmonton Oilers. It was a nice rebound by Leon Draisaitl, getting his second of the playoffs, which was a huge one for him. And then Jonathan Toews on the power play. And once again, just a nice big juicy rebound that Mika Koskinen gave up to Jonathan Toews. And as a defensive core, you should be on that. But as a goaltender as well, you should be knocking those rebounds to other areas. And we should be covering guys like Jonathan Toews, because my lord, Jonathan Toews has burnt us many times before, as that was his third one in the playoffs. Toews has been on an absolute tear, and we know that he could do that. We know what he does in the playoffs, and that he gets turned up, man. Toews gets turned up in the playoffs. And then going in the second period is where all this shit hits the fan. We take so many fucking penalties, it's ridiculous. But we were able to tie the game up as Leon Draisaitl with 4 minutes into the second got his third of the playoffs, which was another rebounded shot there, perfect shot. And that's what I mean. Pucks on the net gets you rebounds, and that's what the Oilers should be focusing on more. Just rifling that puck towards the net, getting rebounds, getting people on the net. But Leon Draisaitl, perfect shot on the net, or Benning, I think it was, whoever shot it. It was a nice rebound for Leon Draisaitl to pounce on it. Then with 8 seconds left, Connor McDavid scored his 5th of the playoffs on the power play, tying or giving us the lead 3-2. And I was like, this is perfect. We get a big goal. We had a big power play. They took a very bad penalty. Chicago did. And hey, now it's our chance to pounce on this. We've taken so many penalties. We've had a bad game. It's time to bounce back in the third period. And guess what we do? We play the exact same fucking game we started playing in the entire game. In the second period, we just kept playing bad. Matthew Highmore got a big tip, which was another point shot. And then Jonathan Toews with a nice shot on the net. And Ethan Bear poked it in on his own net, which was just a horrible way to lose the game. A horrible way to lose the game, and I hope these boys bounce back. But I gotta call out a lot of people. Zach Kassian, my lord, where the fuck are you? 6 minutes you only played, but where the fuck are you? Where's the energizing Zach Kassian? Where's the man that has been the face of the bruising weight? The guy that was on the headlines against Kachuk, bruising shit up. Where was that Zach Kassian in the exhibition game? You showed up in the fucking exhibition game, but you're not showing up here against the Chicago Blackhawks. It's ridiculous. I need you to go out there and just start hitting people, man. That's what you were here to do. And that's why we love you, Kassian, is that you do that type of shit. And it sucks. Andreas Stanton to see you. What the fuck happened to you tonight? You were so red hot in game 2, but you did not follow it up in game 3. This whole team really, really needs to work on a lot of shit, and they need to step it up in the next game. Because if they don't, we're going to lose it. We're not going on. We're not moving on. So we need to win the next 2 games, and they're back-to-back. So we really got to play our asses off big time, and we got to shut down the Blackhawks as soon as we can. If not, we're not going to win this series. Without a doubt, we're not going to win this series. It's going to be a long road that will end on Saturday. Now, I just want to let you guys know, I will not be uploading any videos this week. From Friday to about Sunday, I will have some videos planned up to go. But since I will be going camping and I have no internet, I will not be able to make any OGR videos. But I will be either Sunday or Monday Now, what that means is I will be making a video about both Game 4 and 5. If there's a Game 5, I'll be making it about both. If there's just one, I'll be making it about Game 4. So that will be either on Sunday or Monday. And then, of course, the lottery draft will be also coming up for the first overall selection. So I will be ready to watch that, as that will be a very, very big thing to watch if the Oilers, of course, lose in Game 4 tomorrow or in Game 5. Depends on how the series goes. But, team, I need you to step up, man. I can't watch this team lose anymore. I really can't. I can't keep watching this team lose over and over again in miserable, poor ways. You guys got to step your play up or you're going to be golfing in the beginning of August, I guess. I guess we're almost towards winter again. Anyways, but thank you very much for watching. Check out the highlights as I guess Chicago is leading the series in on EA as well. So I guess we'll head to the highlights to see if they beat the Oilers in 4 games or not. But for right now, guys, I'm going to sign off here. Adios, amigos.